Good morning. This is Mental Refreshments, Inspiration. Today I decided to talk about having an open, honest spirit. What that details is being able to reflect on everything happening around you, but always able to separate your reality from it. Knowing who you are deep in your inner core, no matter what a person has said negative towards you, and speak on your truth, but your honest truth. Also, know how to emotionally remove yourself when it pertains to another person. And I elaborate on that a little bit more. Since I was young, I've always been that keep it real friend. The one that no matter what you say to me, I'ma always be honest with you and tell you the truth, because that's what a true friend will do. A true friend is going to remove themselves emotionally out of your situation and be like, okay, friend, you sure you ready for the truth? Because I'm about to tell you. So that means when you present something to me, I'm going to lay all the cards on the table. I'm going to hear your side, and I know I can't hear their side, but I'm going to put myself in that person's situation. That way I can evenly balance it out. That way before I speak, I can tell you emotionally what you need to realize and what you really need to see about the situation. So if you come to me and tell me, hey, this is how I'm feeling towards someone, and I'm going to ask you, why you feel that way? Okay, what happened? Okay, and when that happened, what did you do? So it's the who, the where, and why. Those are all the things you need to always realize. Analyze everything a person tells you. Don't take them on their word each time, because there's their truth, there's the other person's truth, and there's the real truth, which is the middle part of both of their reflecting views. Because my truth might not be your truth, because everybody sees things in different situations. You wasn't created the same. So of course you're not going to think the same way. And the reality is, everybody expects the next person to think the way they think. Me moving to North Carolina opened up my eyes. It made me sit back and humble myself, because I had to adjust myself to the environment. I'm from up north. So we have a different way of thinking and doing things. We're outspoken. We're raised to tell you how I feel, how we feel. A lot of people, since I've been here in the southern areas, a lot of people tiptoe around the bushes, as I call it, or air of omission. Oh, if I tell you the truth, then I might hurt you. So I'd rather basically let me pat you on the back, let me give you a hug and treat you the opposite of what I really feel. So instead of them telling you, hey, let me put all the cards on the table and keep it real with you. This is how I feel about you. And because I feel this way about you, I need to be honest and let you know from point A to point B, this is the reality of my emotions. And not, oh, no, we're not going to stir the kettle, the black kettle, keep stirring and stir it till it boil over. No, it's not going to boil over if at the time something happens to you that you don't like. You speak up and let the person know in a mature, grown, fashioned manner. Not being street, not being hood, not being all that, but as a mature adult that knows how to communicate in the correct way. Which means how you treated me made me feel this way. What you have to do is called reverse psychology. Let that person feel the way you felt. So you approach them as Based off of the actions that I felt from you, this is how I felt. I'm not assuming that I understand, so I'm coming to you to ask you, hey, what did you mean by that? Why did you do that? This is how it made me feel when you did that. So can you please explain to me why you did that? What was your actions? What was happening in your life? So sometimes you have to move yourself emotionally and, hey, what was going on with you? I know that wasn't about me. Something was going on in your life. So I'm going to need you to explain to me because I don't want to feel wounded and hurt or damaged because of your actions. So please help me to understand. Help me to help us. Because once you heal that, you can move past that. I, in my lifetime, have tried to have closure with people. Not everybody wants to have closure, but then you have to understand why. Sometimes in their life, they might want to do it out of revenge, thinking, oh, if I give you closure, then I'm letting you win. Or if I don't give you closure, I keep the power. I have all the power in my hand. But the reality is, you have more power by coming as a mature person and laying all the cards on the table, and you be like, you know what? This has been going on long enough. Let's be able to fix this. That way you can see my point of view, I can see your point of view, and then we can agree to disagree, or we can come together and move past it. Doesn't mean that you have to be with that person that has wronged you or whatever. But the reality is sometimes people haven't wronged us in the way that we think. Sometimes that person is only responding or acting to you based off of what someone else has trained them to treat that person. So what I mean by that is the last person you dated, they trained you. So that means the next person you deal with, you're going to think, oh, this is how I should treat them based off of what that other person showed me that this is how relationships are. No, that doesn't work with everybody. So what you have to do, sit down with a person before you start a relationship or whatever situationship, whatever y'all call it nowadays. Be like, you know what? What do you expect of me? What are you looking for? And be honest. If you don't know what you're looking for, just keep it real and be like, no, right now, I got so much going on. I don't know what I'm looking for. So can you ride this ride with me until I figure it out? And if you can't, I'm okay with that. Give a person a choice. That's the mature approach. And be upfront and honest. Don't make them think they're the only one you're dealing with. When you got basically a whole household of situations going on around you. Keep it real. Because the reality is, if you don't tell that person the truth, think of this. Once they find out, all the people involved in that card game that you're playing will be hurt. And if they're hurt, believe me, you're going to hear about it and you're going to be hurt too. So learn to be an open book. Let people read the chapters of your life. Get rid of the fear. A person can't hurt you if you're content and secure within yourself. If you notice the red flags, immediately you cut it off and be like, you know what? I see what you're doing. And I don't appreciate that. You might not think that what you're doing is hurting me, but it's making me feel this way. That's the approach you need to be. And on that note, I'm going to tell you this. Live your life in another person's shoes every day of your life. That way, every time someone approaches you and just comes at you the wrong way, remove yourself emotionally before you respond and think about it. Hey, I haven't done anything to this person. Why is this person coming at me? Oh, it's not me. This person's emotionally crying out. They need help. So as a friend or coworker or whoever, Pull them to the side away from everybody else and be like, you know what? I feel something is not right. Are you okay? I know what you just did wasn't about me. So do you need someone to talk to? Come on, let's go on to the side. Let's go outside and walk. That way you would feel, the person feels in a safe environment to where they can vent and be like, you know what? You're right, that wasn't about you and I apologize. I was having a rough day, or this is what's going on in my life. You never know. You could be that person's healer in that moment. So allow yourself, allow your spirit to be humble. Being the king, the queen, you can always be the king, the queen. But if the foundation around you is crumbling, what good are you? And on that note, you guys have a beautiful day. Goodbye.